So today was another day that it happened again. Trauma and PTSD came flowing in like a freight train. Because when you're a medical parent and you get a phone call that shifts things or changes things or completely turns them upside down, your brain, your heart, your body, it remembers every single moment that this has happened before. And you're suddenly reliving every trauma all at once on a never-ending hamster wheel, and it doesn't slow down. That is what PTSD feels like. You don't know when you're going to be triggered, but once that boulder starts rolling down the mountain, there's no stopping it, which is what happened to me today. We've been anxiously awaiting a phone call from CHOP. We got the basic results right after the lymphangiogram at CHOP, which were that Walker, from what they can see, is not in lymphatic failure, but he does have lymphatic abnormalities. They believe he was born without a thoracic duct and that some of his lymph nodes were abnormally shaped and small in size and dark in color, so they biopsied them. They said from there, as far as treatment goes, surgery would not be an option. It was not needed because his body compensated. But as far as medications and what to do moving forward, they were going to wait for the biopsy results to come back. Well, the first set of biopsies did come back, and I had been waiting on the team to review the images and to give us a call and tell us what to do moving forward. That call came yesterday from a nurse practitioner that's been really helpful in Walker's case as we've gone to CHOP. So I don't fault her for any of this because she has been incredibly helpful. But I just don't think that she was able to answer some of our in-depth questions or that she realized the magnitude of what she was telling us. She basically said after they reviewed the images that Walker has no lymphatic issues, that everything was normal and there was nothing to do moving forward. And from the moment I heard her say those words, it's like the boulder started to roll down the mountain. She just said out loud, my biggest fear, which I thought was already out the window, that we would find nothing and that there would be nothing that they could do and that we would have to start over. Is that what she's telling me? I could feel my body panicking and I could feel my heart racing and my arms and my hands were shaking. I started to cry. But then Jesus popped in my head and my brain was trying to think logically and realized that we needed to speak with the doctors before I jumped to conclusions. So before I could get off the phone and burst into tears, I said, I think we just need to speak with the doctors. Can you set that phone call up? And they said yes. Because if what she is saying is true, then we wouldn't be working with the NIH, that his swelling would still not be explained and they wouldn't be able to help it, and that we'd have to start over completely, possibly at another hospital. I called his geneticist from home right after I got the phone call, and I was just in tears. And I'll never forget what she said to me. She said, I know this is scary and this doesn't make sense, but please don't give up. I know she could hear the pain and the fear in my voice, because of course I would never give up on fighting for him. But I'd be lying to myself if I didn't say in moments like this that maybe it'd be easier just to give up. But in my panic and hysteria, I just got to my knees and I prayed. I got in the car and I had to go get my kids from school. But the tempered glass on my phone case was broken at one side and I cut my finger. In that moment, I yelled at God and I said, why? Why are you doing this to us? And then one small drop of blood from my finger fell into my lap and I just stared at my finger. Because in that moment, I realized Jesus bled and died on the cross for us and for me and for Walker. He was trying to tell me that no matter what, he was there for us and he was going to make it right. And that even though this is so difficult and so hard and you want to give up, Jesus was trying to tell me too. I wanted to give up, but he knew. He knew the end result. He knew what he was fighting for and what he was doing it for, to save us from our sins and so we could live with him forever. So if Jesus could bleed the way that he bled and fight the way that he fought, why can't we do the same?